All right, check this out. It's Mental Graffiti, 5am Dash Strength. Mental Graffiti on TikTok. It's 5am Dash Strength on YouTube. This is simply just a message to reprogram my dads. I have a lot of dads that are really good friends. They're really good dads, and sometimes, including me, sometimes we hear so much white noise that are not able to cancel it out. And when you can't do that, they come to me and they have certain things that they want me to expand on. Let me expand on this. You the shit. Been the shit. Always been the shit. You was the shit when you was a little kid. You was the shit as you grew up. And you the shit now. You're a parent, so you question things because there's no book for this. But you the shit. And it ain't changed since you was a kid, but yet every now and then there's a little inception of somebody saying some dumb shit to you like, you think you're all that? I do. You think you're better than us? Because I am. Don't be afraid to let a motherfucker know that you ain't doing the shit that I'm doing. When I'm out taking care of my old lady, you out cheating on yours. When I'm taking my kids and dropping them off, you're not there. There's another parent that may have to take your kid home. And it's not because you're at work, because that's a different story. It's just simply because something else took precedence and more priority over that. But you're not there. I am. I might be the parent that have to take your kid home. And you think we're the same. You think I shouldn't think that I'm better than you when I do shit that you don't do because I'm better than you. It's okay to know your position. It's just that they want to tell you that you're conceited. You shouldn't think like that. You shouldn't talk like that. A person that's a good person wouldn't genuinely acknowledge that. When in now day and age, motherfucker, because of you, I gotta acknowledge that. Because you fucking with my head. You making me not want to take your kid home. You making me not want to help out when I always help out and I feel good when I help out genuinely. You making me feel that way. Don't let a motherfucker get you off your square and make you feel that you ain't the shit when you the shit. Don't let them mess up your good heart and make you think that, well, you know what? I ain't doing shit for nobody. They have fucked it up for everybody. Don't let them do that shit. You the shit because you been the shit. You're a good person because you been a good person. You're a good dad because you love being a dad and you genuinely love seeing your kid supersede the shit that you have done within your life. You're a good dad. You're a good parent because you love helping another parent out. And there's nothing wrong with that shit. Accept that shit. But you also gotta accept knowing that you the shit. Just like you gotta accept helping another motherfucker out. You gotta accept that means that y'all are not the same because they prioritize something else when they saying they one place and they really in another. Or when you drop a kid off and they got 4 cars in the driveway. Explain that shit. Little bro couldn't get up and get him. Your mama couldn't get up and get him. Dad couldn't come home and get him. You had to make a stop at the store. You had to stop here. You had to go there. We got kids that been left all kind of places and getting picked up late when you getting people kidnapped all day. And you don't think you the shit? You are the shit. You're not a basic ass coach. You actually take time to go look shit up. No different than anybody else that's ever studied anything. If you got it off YouTube, it is the same thing as the shit that's in the book. And 9 times out of 10, it's better than the shit that's in the book because the shit that's in the book is obsolete nowadays. We don't even train that way. And one day I remember we used to run 10 400s every Monday. We ran 10. We don't even run a straight 400 in our training no more. Because it's known that shit is obsolete. Because we study and the shit has been tested. And as a trainer, as a father, and as a great motherfucking dad, I make sure I learn stuff that making me better for my kids and to make me better for my athletes. I make sure I learn that. Know that you're the shit. And when a motherfucker say, you think you better than, know that that's how they feel. A fan always feel that you think you better because you better. They're going to always try to knock you off your square because it bothers them that you're better. But don't let that shit bother you. Be okay when you're not okay, but be okay when you're doing fucking great. A motherfucker going to tell you some shit. And they going to usually tell you that because they thinking it themselves. They're not reading your mind. God didn't come to them and say, I'm going to give them this information so they can fuck up your day. There ain't no godly situation. Know that you're not normal. You're not like us, or you're not like them, or we're not like them. You are a great parent. You are above the rest, and you're nothing normal. You're not the same as anybody else, and you got to accept that, just like you got to accept it when you're a fuck up. How I got to accept, an alcoholic got to accept when they're an alcoholic. A drug addict got to say, I'm a drug addict. A person who's doing something wrong got to accept when they're doing something wrong, but when you're doing something right, you don't supposed to accept when you're doing something right? Fuck that. You're conceited when you're doing something right, and you can't say, I'm doing something right. It's as simple as that. Fuck that. Know who you are. Know your place in God. Know your place in pushing forward. Know your place on this planet. There's too much negativity that's going on around us for us to get caught up in that bullshit. There's too much bad things that are happening within the world for you not to know and push forward past the negativity. There's too much going on. You're a better person than the next person. And it's okay to be a better person than the next person because that other person needs you to pick up their slack. You're a better dad than the other dad. Matter of fact, that might be how you met your old lady because you dropped the kids off so many times. You may meet your old lady that way. It's just how it is. Some people wives just happen to be your future wife. That's just how shit is. But yet, he opened that door because instead of picking his kid up, he was somewhere else doing somebody else. Everybody's grass ain't greener than yours. So stay the fuck out of other people's grass and water your own. Or else you're going to help somebody else water your grass and you're going to wonder why the fuck it's so green today. Why she dressed up today? She just dropping the kids off at practice. Why she dressed up today? Be at practice. Be in attendance. Money ain't always good money, and the kid don't get that, hey, dad paid for that. Hell, they don't get that shit. They just know you wasn't there. You wasn't at practice. You wasn't at the game. You wasn't at the championship. You wasn't there when I got an award. You wasn't at a banquet doing that shit. So if you're doing bad shit or you off your square, know that when another nigga is, correction, I apologize. Know that when another motherfucker's doing your job, they're better than you. That's how that shit works. Better people do better things, so therefore they're better than you. And if it's me, I'm okay with accepting and knowing that I'm better than the next motherfucker. I'm okay with that shit. But when my dogs fall off, when my homeboys fall off, when my people fall off, and they don't get that when their family members are saying, hey, you think you're better than us, it's because they realize you're better than them. Because you are. You with your kids every day. Why wouldn't you be better than them? You pay for shit every day. Why wouldn't you be better than them? They tell their kids they ain't got it because they got to go have a drink. Don't drink or don't smoke, but yet all my money for drinking and smoking goes to my kids. That don't make me better? It fucking do. It does. Yeah, I have obligations and priorities and all that stuff, but I'm holding up to them. And because I'm holding up to them, I'm better than the motherfucker that isn't. That's how that works. To be better, you do better. If I'm doing better, then I'm better. That's how that works. This 5am Dash Strength. Go to my YouTube channel, 5am Dash Strength. I'm simply motivating my brothers that have fallen off and don't get that you're a great motherfucking person. You're a great dude. You don't need nobody to tell you. When you seeing them laughing and joking and happy, seeing your family rejoicing and having holidays together, that lets you know that you're a great dad because you saw it. You were there. You were in attendance. You were in attendance. You were there. You didn't hear about it. You didn't see a picture. You didn't go to a funeral and say, hey, we got to start getting together. No, you were in attendance. That make you a great dad. That make you better. That make you an amazing ass parent. That right there alone is more than enough. But instead of that, you also paying. You also putting in that time. The one thing that we give that people think is so easy to just take away from you, and they so willing to ask for it from you, but they're not willing to give you time. You go and study up on stuff to make you a better parent. How can I train my kids better? Oh, if I do this, this, and this. Oh, this is the training everybody else is doing. Oh, you know what? They got this going on. Let me sign my kid up for this. Hell yeah, you better. They ain't thinking, let me sign my kid up for this. They thinking, hey, when the next club open? When the next spot? Hey, can I visit you another chick that ain't theirs? Hey, they're doing everything but what's their priority. Their priorities are fucked up. When their priorities are fucked up and yours are in line with what you're supposed to be doing for your family, which make the community better, you're better. That's how that shit works. And you don't need nobody to give you your daily affirmation. You give them to yourself. That's why it's called self-esteem. Esteem of your motherfucking self. You don't need nobody else to tell you that you're doing a motherfucking great job. I'ma tell you. You're doing an amazing job. You the shit. And you've been the shits and you've been a legit. You the shit. Don't let nobody else tell you different. If your circle isn't full of people that motivate you and check you when you're doing wrong, you're in the wrong circle. You need to step out of that circle. If you got anybody in your circle that's constantly negative, they're not negative to you. They're not negative to you. They're negative to themselves. They just can't lift themselves up. Get rid of them motherfuckers because that shit is infectious. I'm talking about a person that can't say one thing good about themselves. You can try if you want to, but eventually that shit gonna spill over into your life. You're gonna be doing stuff and they're not gonna have nothing positive to say about you. I don't know, you probably shouldn't try that. I don't know, you think it's too soon for that? I don't know, I mean, maybe, just maybe just too much. Fuck that shit. You got this. Oh, you can handle this. As a matter of fact, hey, if you can't, hey, I got your back. Hey, I'll pull up on you. When? You supposed to be doing this when? Oh, yeah, I'm with you. I'll be there with. That's what you need. You need a support system that's pushing you forward. You need a support system that got your ass and we're ready to slap you into place when you out of place. You need a support system that's ready to check another motherfucker that ain't giving you the support system that you need. If it ain't that, fuck the rest. This is 5 a.m. dash strength. I gotta wake up my kids. I gotta cook breakfast. I'm already ran a live. I'm done my own workout live. Now I turn around. I'm doing my motivational speech to let my people know, stay on your shit. And then I'm finna wake my kids up. I'm finna finish. I let them sleep another hour in because it's Friday and they gotta run tomorrow. I thought about all that. They're gonna sleep a little longer today because they need to recover. I can't overwork them because I study that shit. Because it matters to me. How they perform matters to me. Working them matters to me. I might wake them up just to study. Grades matter. I don't even care about the stuff that they teaching my kid. But I feel that we better than y'all, and y'all ain't gonna make no better grades than my motherfucking kids. Everything's a competition in my house because that matters to me. And it matters seeing my kid being able to do it, not me doing it for my kid. My kid being able to perform at a certain level, whether it's education or academics, all that shit matters to me because it's the same. It is one body and that one body is better than yours. My kid better than your kid. I want them to be able to turn in their friend's dad and be like, my dad better than your dad. My dad can beat up your dad. My dad picks me up on time better than your dad. My dad's a better trainer than your dad. My dad's a better dad than your dad. My dad talked to me often. My dad done told me about this. My dad done told me about that. My dad done held my hand when I cried. My dad done hugged me when I'm down. My dad got my fucking back. Fuck them. If they don't think you're a better parent than them, or they don't know what you're doing, if they got something negative to say, fuck them. It takes a village to do the shit that we do. And in this village, we fucking love you.